Peter Phillips, and I'm doing Bachelor of Science Conservation. It's about studying the habitats, the ecology and the species within our country and elsewhere, seeing their importance in different terms, and because of the way that I studied it included countryside management at the beginning, so sort of national parks and things like that. And it's a really nice small town right on the sea, and it's got some terrific landscapes and things around, so for anyone who's into outdoor things it's a really good spot. Initially I did a foundation degree for the first 2 years, which was countryside management and conservation, and then I had the option of topping up for a third year to do the Bachelor of Science. Practical estate skills was the biggest difference, so that was in the first year, doing practical based skills, fencing, dry stone walling, things like that. That was probably all round everyone's favourite module because it was very skill based and outdoors. We've got a really good mixture of lecturers. We've got some lecturers who are very academic, who are writing their own papers, do a lot of scientific research, and then we've got other lecturers who are much more practical based, and they know it through their work experience and things like that. So yeah, I think for the different directions that the modules take you in, there's sort of key people to go and ask who are experts in their own field, which is good. For me, it's been understanding more scientifically in terms of ecology, things that I've always enjoyed. So woodlands that I've spent all my life going to, and sand dunes, suddenly realising how they form, why the species are there, and yeah, just having that kind of scientific background. Just recently we went up to Lake Vyrnwy, which I'd heard a lot about, and that's the biggest area of moorland under one owner in Wales, and I'd never been previously, and that was really good. We got to go in Land Rovers, and I think it was the Wildlife Trust and the RSPB that were managing it, and they drove us right up to some really good viewing points, and where we could see the blanket bogs and things, and yeah, that seemed like a real adventure. There's a great bit of coast. I had a kayak when I first came, so I was out kayaking, and I've swapped that for some surfboards now, so I'm going to try and give surfing a go in the next year. But yeah, just being in town, and every now and again just thinking, actually I'm going to get some chips and go to the beach. I've been able to see my strengths, and it's surprised me what they've been. I've been out of academia for a long time before I came to university, and I thought that would be my weakest part, but I've done really well at it, so that's opened up an option of doing further study that I would never have considered before. And also going through the work experience, the thing in that I enjoyed the most was the environmental education, taking school groups out, explaining about geology and beaches and trying to identify species for them and answering their questions and things. That was really satisfying. Yeah, I think I found that the most satisfying work I've done to date, so hopefully I can head in that direction. I did get a bursary, a means tested bursary. I think it added up to about £600 a year, which has been a really good bonus. Yeah, absolutely. For me, the course was based on work that I'd done up until now that supported it. I'd worked in forestry, I'd worked in farming and rural building. So it was kind of a top-up to things I'd already been doing, almost like I planned it. It worked out quite well in that regard. But it's been a really life-changing experience. I think the work that I'll do now will go in a completely different direction from what I've done previously.